Welcome to Daily Records. I am Tommy Burton, and today's daily record and guitar hero is the one and only Billy Gibbons. ZZ Top Tejas is the album. This is the fifth studio album by ZZ Top, released on November 29th, 1976. Produced by Bill Ham and featuring longtime ZZ Top members, Dusty Hill on bass, and of course Frank Beard on drums. Notably, Frank Beard, the one guy in ZZ Top who does not have a beard. I always thought that was funny. And there's a good photo of Billy Gibbons right there. The beard's still relatively short, but wearing the cool sunglasses. There is a photo of the band there, rocking out. Some beautiful trifold. There is Dusty and Frank Beard without his beard on the London label. This album, like I said, released in November of 76. The title is actually a Caddo language, and it means friends, which is where the home state of Texas, the home state of ZZ Top, Texas. And so this was recorded and mixed by Memphis Guys engineer Terry Manning and Larry Nix. This album is closely related to a lot of my Memphis folks, who you know who you are, Memphis and Ardent Studios, who worked really closely with ZZ Top. Just showing you guys a copy of the label there. And like I said, it was a big deal. Now in '87, the album was digitally remixed when the CD came out. And this album version was discontinued. And what happened was they added a lot of more synthesizer-based sound because when ZZ Top in the early 80s, when they started getting hits like Sharp Dressed Man and Legs, those songs were sort of edited to give that sort of sound. For better and for worse. I mean, a lot of people now would say it's very dated and definitely not. It was not an improvement over that. Now, having said that, this was a big album commercially for ZZ Top, probably one of their biggest ones, and really kind of put them on the map as a band. Now it does feature quite a few well-known songs that ZZ Top did: Pan Am Highway Blues, It's Only Love, El Diablo, Snappy Khaki, which is great, Enjoy and Get It On. The Texas Blues, heavy guitar bass sound that they were kind of known for. That was the big one. Now, It's Only Love was probably the biggest hit. Now, another hit song from this album was Arrested for Driving While Blind, which is the second song on the album, which is kind of a lot of fun. Kind of created that ZZ Top sound, but more specifically that ZZ Top groove. ZZ Top's one of those bands that's really interesting. I love hearing these guys play live because Frank lays down a solid beat, but Dusty and Billy play just slightly behind that beat, and I don't know how they don't just fall apart. It's a really interesting groove that's unique to the band, and a great example of that is Billy Gibbons recently appeared on an episode of, I say recently, probably in the last 5 years or so, appeared on Daryl Hall's Live from Daryl's House. You guys probably have seen and watched that show. And they do some of those songs like Sharp Dressed Man, and Daryl's band is like one of the top-notch bands, but they're on top of the beat, and it's very interesting because they don't have that very specific ZZ Top groove. Now, one other thing I want to mention about this album, and I want to issue a challenge to all my viewers and anyone out there that's watching this, and it's a source of contention for me, or a bone of contention, and it concerns the tour behind this album, the Tejas World Tour. Now, there's a lot written online. You can look it up, and don't send me links to the articles because I've probably read them, where this tour was a huge tour, and they played on a stage that was shaped like the state of Texas, but that there was actual cattle and livestock and rattlesnakes on the stage. But here's my challenge to you. I cannot find a single photograph of a cattle on stage. Now, there's one photograph. I've seen it. It's like a buzzard, a shadow of a buzzard. But apparently there were rattlesnakes and there was live cattle. There are all these things, and people say they saw it. But you would think of all the people that saw this world tour that there would be at least one photograph, one piece of photographic evidence to suggest that ZZ Top played on stage with live cattle. So is this one of these Mandela effect things that through time has grown in legend and that there actually wasn't cattle? You would think someone somewhere in the history of the world would have snapped one photo of ZZ Top on stage with a cow. That's all I want to see. Please send that to me. I don't want to read any stories about it. I know people talk about it. It's legend now, but there's not one photo. So did it actually happen? You tell me. I don't know. But today's Daily Record, ZZ Tops Tejas. Tell me what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, share down below. Comment. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's TommyBurton75. I love interacting with you guys. In the meantime, I will see you all again tomorrow with another Daily Record. Just one photo. One. Just one.